also extremely happy that Hungama is our online partner, represented here today by Ronak Roy, who, along with her partner Neeraj, runs Hungama. This DVD is also available on Amazon and Flipkart, but it is important to underline that it has been produced and released independently by Kabir's company, Bedi Media, which is run by Parveen Dosanjh. Now, to give you an idea of what Sandokan is all about, we are going to play a very short 30-second clip trailer. The first actor from Bollywood to work in Hollywood and to have become a megastar in Europe. He is an actor that has had a career in over 3 continents for over 30 years in film, television, and theatre. Known as the People's National Hero in Italy, he has in fact been knighted by the Italian Republic. So, ladies and gentlemen, to say a few words, I call upon Cavaliere Kabir Bedi.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. This is a very special moment for me because Sandokan is a series that gave me so much. It opened the doors of the West for me. It showed me the kind of success that actors dream about and that I was able to achieve in Europe and many other countries across the world where Sandokan was shown. Sandokan changed my life completely. It gave me the means to go on to Hollywood. It opened so many doors for me. Above all, it created an effect on the audience, especially across Europe, that remains unforgettable in my mind. It is a legacy project, this. I wanted India very much to see Sandokan, and in Hindi, so that the largest number of people can possibly see it. And because Sandokan's success led to my career of over 25 years abroad, I wasn't here long enough to do this earlier, but now that I've returned to India, based myself here, I thought to myself, this is the time I must do this and do it properly. And so we spent a lot of time and effort and energy in getting this right. It fills me with great pride for myself and all those who helped me that Sandokan DVD in Hindi, the collector's edition, is being launched today. And I want to thank you all for being here and sharing this moment with me. There are many people I have to thank. I want to thank Anil Kapoor for the kindness he showed in coming here and releasing this historic DVD for me. Anil has made major waves internationally. He is one of our most loved and enduring national actors, a great human being, a good friend, a man who stands by you when you need him. Thank you, Anil. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Parveen Dosanjh, my love, my life, my partner, because without her, honestly, I could not have done this and released it independently the way I did, with the kind of collaborators that she's put together. I really want to thank her from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank all the people that collaborated at Hungama Music, and other people you will hear about very soon. But I also want to take this moment to thank Italy for everything that Italy as a country has given me. For all the love they've emotional moment for me because Sandokan has defined my life in so many ways. And this release of the DVD in Hindi is yet one milestone on the journey of Sandokan. Thank you very much.
So now that you have seen the mastery behind the song, could Abhishek, Akash, Siddharth and Gulzar rise and take a bow? Thank you. And to talk about Artist Aloud, please welcome onto the stage Somini Sridhar Paul from Hungama.
First of all, I'd like to say this is a really, really huge privilege, not just to be on the same stage with Mr. Kabir Bedi, but Mr. Anil Kapoor as well. Parveen and Kabir, sir, I'd really like to thank you for giving Hungama this opportunity. I think when we met the first time and we heard about this, yes, we hadn't heard about Sandokan either, but when you presented it and when we saw everything, I think we felt absolutely privileged. So yeah, we are here for the launch of the DVD, but Hungama will also make this available by April across all distribution platforms on Hungama Play app. And there's a Sandokan app that is being built by Hungama as well. So we're going to give the DVD a good run before we make it available on all platforms. Also, as was a fabulous job. I was not in town. Truly, thank you.
Face of internationally, Mr.
Something which you have done is unforgettable. I was watching it on, the pieces put together by your team, and after 40 years also, they look and sound relevant, watchable, exciting, and as I said, Sandokan, as you said, is life-changing, and it has its own destiny. And so today, I was in Delhi, and I reached the airport. And for the first time in my entire career, I was late. I was late because I was in a meeting and it just went on. I just didn't realize, and there was traffic, and I reached there. And I reached at the airport, ladies and gentlemen, and they said, why are you, I said, the flight has taken off and you can't go. I didn't want to listen. I said, no, I'm going. I have to go. Then I crossed the security and I ran. And I can still run very fast, by the way. And I ran. And then I saw a buggy. Then I sat in the buggy, and the buggy was moving very slowly. It actually meant I felt that it's moving in slow motion. And then I reached the the gates, and the gates are closed. And I've committed and I've promised Kabir that I'm going to be there at 1:30. And he says, no, we can't open the doors. And I said, no, you have to. You have to do something. So I said, it was Jet Airways, so I knew a few friends over there. So I was trying to call up. I was trying to convince them. The girl who was following me from the airport came running. Sir, we cannot open the doors. We just cannot open the doors. I said, no, you have to open the doors. There's no way about it. And I said, sir, we lose our jobs. I said, forget your job. I'll see to it. I'll speak to the boss of Jet Airways and give you raise, and I'll promote you. But let me go. Let me go. I promised Kabir I have to be there. I said, you can't. I said, then I told Jalal, I said, you call up Naresh Goyal, just call up. It's first time in my life. I never throw names that I'm friendly to people and all. I said, but this is special. This is special. I have to be there. I've committed to Kabir. I said, no, we cannot. I said, Jalal said, I can't get, he's not picking up the phone. I said, call up his daughter. I said, Namrata's not picking up the phone. And then, she picked up the phone, and then I said, we're trying, and I begged, and then almost, I pleaded. And then they spoke to the pilot. And the pilot turned out to be, a friend of my manager, and who knew me and admired my, liked few of my films. So he knew that something was wrong. So he was also delaying everything. And he says, give me 2 minutes, sir. We are doing it, sir. And they decided to open the doors. They opened the doors. They never do this. They never do. So that's the destiny of Sandokan. So even after 40 years, you see, I feel these things are not planned. I believe in it. You keep on working hard. You work sincerely. You are committed to your job. You do it with integrity, but ultimately it's Almighty God. And this, the doors opened, they opened the door. I started running again. I said, no, I'm going to take off. I'm going to be in the plane. And I started to walk. I said, let me become Anil Kapoor. Then I walked and I behaved as if nothing has happened. And then the pilot called my manager Jalal inside, in the cockpit, and he says, don't worry. I said, we're going to make up and we're going to be on time. And they made up almost 10 minutes in air, and we landed exactly at 12:30. And I called up Kabir Da. I said, Kabir, we'll be there exactly at the time we have committed. I said, no, you can come. I said, you can come by 1:45. I said, great. So we are before time. So I was before time. That's Sandokan for you. So coming to Kabir Da, my memories of him as a youngster, as a teenager was, we just looked up to him. We looked up to his personality, his voice. And when I saw Kabir Da first time on screen, I think it was Kache Dhage, that's one of the first films. But there were earlier films also, but that's the first time I really felt, because, and I was taken aback. I said, and whenever I saw whatever the picture, I said, this gentleman, this actor, this face, this personality has to be international. He has to be global. It cannot be only in India. And it happened because he looked international from the time we saw the pictures. And of course, I'd heard so much about his plays and what a great actor he was on stage, and his Tughlaq, and besides Sandokan, these are the historic things which he has done on theatre and theatre. And so, and it happened. Suddenly I read in the papers that Kabir Da is gone, and I don't think so anybody was really surprised. Really, I remember in the film industry or in the showbiz, they felt, yes, this had to happen, because that's the kind of presence and personality and his voice, and and I said again, I said, fortunately or unfortunately, they don't make men like Kabir Bedi anymore. If you look around for so many years, have you ever seen this kind of a personality, this kind of good looks, this kind of voice? No. It's otherwise you can place him anywhere in the world, in any film, any format, and he'll still stand out. That's what a star is, and that's what persona is, and we are blessed to have him here in India, and as an Indian, and we're very proud of him, and I'm very proud of him for all his achievements, and he has inspired many actors like me. That thank you, Kabir, for inviting me, and so that's the story, and that's Sandokan, and I'm here today, and I'll always be there for you, and I'm sure you'll always be there for me, because Kabir and I feel, for me, a human being is more important. Being a good human being, a gentleman, not his achievements or success. Okay, success, achievements are important, but success is 360 degrees. It's how you maintain yourself. What's your health? How you look? What's your bank balance where health is concerned? And he's an epitome of that, Kabir da. And so, as a human being, the way you have looked after yourself, and I still feel there's much more in you which you can offer to the world. Thank you, Kabir. Thank you so much.
'76 की ये सीरीज़ है, एंड 79 में आपने अपने करियर की शुरुआत की थी, फिल्मों का आना जाना हुआ था. इस सीरीज़ से कुछ इत्तेफाक रखते हैं? कभी आपने देखा था इस सीरीज़ को, संदोकान?
मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट मेरी एक्साइटमेंट आप जैसी ही है, क्योंकि मैंने सुना है, मैंने इसकी तस्वीरें देखी है, मगर मैं जितने मेरे ख्याल से बहुत से फैंस होंगे मेरे जैसे जो ये देखना चाहेंगे, और मैं बहुत ही एक्साइटेड हूँ. और सबसे पहले कबीर दा दे ना दे, मैं ये DVD लेके भाग रहा हूँ.
आप ही कहे.
मिस्टर बेदी, आपसे मेरा सवाल है कि क्या ये टीवी पे भी सीरीज लाना चाहेंगे DVD के अलावा? लाइक लोग देखने में काफी उत्सुक होंगे कि आप.
जी हाँ, DVD रिलीज हुई है. मैं नेटवर्क से बात जरूर करूँगा. जिन्होंने मुझे सबसे अच्छा ऑफर दिया, सबसे अच्छा एक्सपोजर दिया, उनको टेलीकास्ट करने की परमिशन दूंगा मैं. लेकिन आमतौर पे लोग क्या करते हैं, टीवी पे दिखाते हैं फिर DVD बनाते हैं. मैंने सोचा बेहतर है कि मैं पहले DVD बनाऊं, ताकि इसकी जो फिनिशिंग है, इसकी जो पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन है, जो भी हमने करना है वो मेरे हाथों में रहे, और उसके बाद टेलीविजन नेटवर्क्स के साथ बात शुरू होगी, और उम्मीद है कि इसको अच्छा टेलीविजन रिलीज भी मिले. मैं तो यही चाहूँगा.
Describe your first day of shoot of Sandokan. What was it like?
Even before the first day, this was the European series, and they wanted an Asian hero. So they decided to go on a tour of Asia, of 8 cities, to find which actor they were going to look at. They had various actors in mind, and then said we look at new talent also. They thought of Toshiro Mifuno of Japan and all these people as well. The first actor they met in the first city they came to was me. And the director said, hey, he looks good. And the art director, Nino Novarese, he said, that's your Sandokan. And the producer said, so can we go back now? Is the tour over? So the director said, no, we're going to go on the tour. So they went on this tour, and eventually I had to go to Rome, do my auditions for it, riding, fencing, etc. And I got the role. The shooting itself took place on the eastern coast of Malaysia, an area called Kuala Terengganu. Extremely beautiful, as you can see in the visuals. Extremely beautiful forests, brilliant blue seas, beautiful wildlife. And the very first day's shooting was one where I had to come off the ship, and there's a scene where I come down, I wave to Yannis, I come down the stairs and I embrace him. Yannis being my European buddy. And the thing was, those steps that were there were small and they were difficult to go down, but I didn't want to be my opening shot कि मैं नीचे देख रहा हूँ, you know. So I practiced for half an hour, going up and down those steps, coming down the steps without looking. And if you see the series, you'll see me coming, waving, coming down the steps without looking and going and saying hello to Yannis. So that was something I'm very proud of, my first day. I had to take extra fencing lessons, fighting with this particular type of sword, because it's a very heavy sword and you have to wield it with great care because you can damage people severely even with a choreographed fight. So I had to train, and I had a great trainer called Franco Fantasia who did the action. So there was some training there. But what I didn't have to train for was the horse riding sequences, because when I was at school in Nainital, in Sherwood College, I would bunk school and come down to the lake and ride horses around the lake and then get caught for it and caned for it. But that served me more than anything I learned in school. The fact that I could ride horses. And that helped me a lot in Sandokan. And I could ride bareback too, which also helped. जी.
इसकी हिंदी डबिंग के बारे में जरा बताएं कि किस तरह से आपको जो है ध्यान रखना पड़ा, क्योंकि ये जो अंग्रेजी में बनी हुई आपको जब हिंदी में डब करते हैं किन किन चीज़ों का आपको ख्याल रखना पड़ा था?
जब अंग्रेजी से हिंदी में डबिंग करते हैं तो कुछ खास प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं. एक तो अंग्रेजी बहुत कंसाइज है, बातें कुछ संक्षेप में होती हैं. हिंदी लैंग्वेज जो है थोड़ा फैला होता है. आई एम गोइंग होम, मैं घर जा रहा हूँ, इट इज़ लॉन्गर. तो उसमें कैसे इस डायलॉग को लिखते वक्त इतना ब्रीफ रखें, ये एक मसला. दूसरी बात ये कि लिप सिंक कैसे हो. तो लिप सिंक के बारे में भी सोच के कभी शब्द बदलने पड़ते हैं. तो ये एक ऑटोमेटिक प्रोसेस नहीं है कि कोई लिख दे और आप कर दें. स्क्रीन पे बिलीवेबल होना चाहिए. और जो कट्स आपने देखे हैं शायद उसमें आपने देखा है कि डबिंग काफ़ी अच्छी लगती है. ये नहीं लगता कि किसी और भाषा से ली गई है. तो ये दो चीज़ें दिमाग में रख के और अच्छे डबर्स को लेके फिर भी टाइम बहुत लगता है ताकि डायलॉग जो आप स्क्रीन पे देखें वो बिलीवेबल हो. मेरी उम्मीद थी कि बहुत अच्छी डबिंग हो और I'm proud to say that I'm very happy with the dubbing. And Leela Ghosh, the great Leela Ghosh used to dub, who passed away. उनका योगदान भी बहुत था इसमें. And I want to express my great gratitude to Leela Ghosh for what she contributed to the Hindi dubbing.
मिस्टर बेदी, अगर ये सीरीज इस जमाने में बने 2015-16 में, तो खुद के अलावा आप किसको देखना चाहेंगे लीड रोल में?
ये मैं कह नहीं सकता.
मुझे नहीं लगता कोई है यहाँ. कबीर जी आगे
नहीं, बहुत से हैं.
नहीं, बिल्कुल. ये
We have a fantastic generation of young actors.
जनरेशन है, आप तारीफ कर रहे हैं, मगर ये प्रेजेंस के साथ आई डाउट.
सर, आज एक खास दिन भी है. 8 दिसंबर बॉलीवुड के ही मैन का बर्थडे है, धर्म जी का.
अच्छा.
तो आप लोगों से अगर एक रिएक्शन जानना चाहेंगे, एक बाइट जानना चाहेंगे उनके लिए, कुछ कहना चाहें आप धर्म जी?
धर्म जी, आई रिस्पेक्ट. मैं बल्कि उनसे 2 हफ्ते पहले यहीं मिला था और बहुत अरसे बाद मिला था और बहुत प्यार से मिले हम. धर्म जी हैं. वी लव हिम, वी रिस्पेक्ट हिम.
कपूर साहब, आप कुछ?
उनके बारे में जितना कहूँ उतना कम है मेरे ख्याल से। हिंदुस्तान के सबसे हसीन कलाकारों में, और मेरे ख्याल से हिंदुस्तान में कोई ऐसा कलाकार नहीं होगा जो उनको प्यार नहीं करता। पूरी जनता जो आज है हिंदुस्तान की, मैं कितने शोज़ में गया हूँ और देखा हूँ बहुत सारे एक्टर्स साथ में होते हैं धर्म जी के, उनकी फिल्में रिलीज़ हो ना हो शायद कभी कभी मुझे जो रिएक्शन उनको मिलता है हम लोग को नहीं मिलता। तो ही इज़ वन ऑफ द मोस्ट लव्ड ग्रेट एक्टर, फिनोमिनल एक्टर। उनके जैसा कोई कॉमेडी नहीं कर सकता। मैंने उनकी कॉमेडी फिल्म्स देखी हैं। चुपके चुपके इज़ वन ऑफ माई फेवरेट फिल्म्स, एंड ऑफ कोर्स लॉट ऑफ अदर फिनोमिनल। फूल और पत्थर, द फर्स्ट ही मैन ऑफ आवर फिल्म इंडस्ट्री, जिन्होंने आजकल मैंने तो नहीं उतारी शर्ट अब तक मगर पहला he was the first superstar actor to really remove his shirt in Puro Pattar, और लोग पागल हो गए थे। And I remember as a kid when I went to watch in the theater, there was just people just started clapping and whistling, and when we saw, तो हम सब fans हैं उनके, और today he is 80 years old, and मुझे तो लगता है he will be a superstar till he is 100 years old, and God bless him.
Let me just say, Dharamji was a big star when I entered the industry. And the first film that I actually shot was a film called Tarash, with O.P. Ralhan directing. So it was actually my first film and Zeenat Aman's first film. And he said, man, O.P. Ralhan has taken us, how fantastic. So I went to Ralhan Saab. I said, Ralhan Saab, ये फिल्म दी स्टोरी की है, स्क्रिप्ट कमाल करना है, मैं धर्म नो स्टार बनाता, तू मेरे को स्क्रिप्ट मांग रहा है, शर्म नहीं आती? No need to tell story. पता चला, I wasn't the hero, Zeenat Aman wasn't the heroine, Ralhan Saab himself was the hero, heroine was the heroine, and I and Zeenat were background music.
इसलिए मैंने उस फिल्म का नाम नहीं लिया।
Hi, Mr. Kapoor. I think we have a lot of actors who've obviously, gone abroad and done a lot of films. But do you think somewhere the kind of popularity that, Mr. Kabir Bedi achieved through Sandokan and you achieved too, 24 has encouraged a lot more actors to kind of take that risk globally, because global has become local. Then now you see a Priyanka doing a Quantico and Deepika, doing a movie with Vin Diesel. It's because you're such a big star here, you take it forward there. Do you think somewhere it really is encouraging to see the kind of popularity that this gets?
This is just the beginning. Just wait and watch. This is nothing. This is nothing. So just wait for the real excitement to begin. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And I said it in the past. I said it when, Slumdog happened. And I say it again and again. This is just the tip. People made fun of me. And everybody said, नहीं यार, ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. मतलब होगा और इससे बड़ा होगा. This is nothing.
That is super, I think. Thank you so much. Also, of course, 24 is back and everybody's very excited about it. Do you see somewhere Mr. Bedi fitting in a role in the series 24 and something that can you probably cajole him to do?
I don't think so. I can afford him.
Is that true, sir?
Seriously, because 24 is on a, it's. I always tell a lot of actors, because when I'm sure he's aware of how television works. But somewhere, there is a wrong impression people have that there is a lot of money, and so when they come to television, I'm sure Kabir Da is too mature and he's seen the world. But there is a certain kind of why I said that is because there is a certain wrong impression people have कि television है, मतलब उससे पैसा कमाना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. When we are doing, I'm sure, Sandokan, 24, they're all great shows, and fortunately for him, that and for me, that we both. Matter of fact, more for him because he was the lead. And when I did the international TV show, I was just a character actor in the show. And but these are all basically, path-breaking and milestones And for me, the biggest happiness and excitement will be the day we make a show which is our show, made in Hindi, written in Hindi, and there will be an international actor over there, and he says, "Oh, yaar, wo India se inspire hoke humne ye show kiya." So that's my dream,
That's great.
So for me, I'm an optimistic. I never look back. I look in the front. So that's my dream, that we will write it ourselves. We will create that content, and that content will travel all over the world. That's my dream. Yeah.
That's amazing. Mr. Bedi, one question for you is that why did you wait so long? You thought this was the right moment? I mean, were you, I'm sure there were moments where you wanted to probably do it earlier, the launch. Did you think this period was apt because people are more acceptable and, horizons have widened?
Well, basically, I was out of India for so many years. And when you're out of India and you're living there and you're doing things, then to come to India and do a whole dubbing, I mean, it wasn't on my horizon at that time. But then also the growth of media that's happened. Today, I can release this independently. I don't have to go through a DVD distributor because I can go directly to Amazon. I can go directly to Flipkart. I can partner with Hungama. There's all kinds of new media platforms that exist for the release of this. We can start streaming it. We can start downloading it. All these options have opened really in the last 10 years. And the struggle to get this done properly has been about almost 5 years, because when I went to get the negatives, they said the negatives had to be cleaned and that cost a lot of money. And there were a lot of formalities involved in that. And the sound, there were problems and all kinds of technical problems we faced before we were able to actually get this thing done. But the important thing is, there I durust. It doesn't matter how long it took. It's here, it's before us, and it's there forever for the country to see and hopefully love. But regarding the earlier thing, let me just say what you were asking, Anil. Nothing gives me greater happiness than to see the success of actors like Anil and Priyanka, etc., abroad, because these were the things we fought for. In those days, it was quite common for white actors to be painted brown and given Asian roles, and they wouldn't dare do it with black actors, but Asian actors were fair game. And we fought many battles over this and raised the awareness of people that you can't do this, you have to cast correctly. If it's the lead role and somebody does something, I can understand, that's a deal maker. But normal roles, character roles, etc., you must cast correctly. And together with the rise of Indian talent and the importance of the Indian markets, to see Anil Kapoor going there and making such massive waves gives me huge joy, because this is what I'd hoped for. And Anil is saying, this is just the beginning. It makes me even happier, because I'd like to see even further success of Indian actors internationally from here onwards. So my sense is that that Indian actors will make a far greater presence felt abroad than ever before. And in that sense, I fully agree with Anil Kapoor. Thank you all so much for coming. I'm most grateful to see how many people have come. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.